Hey there, Snicker Snacks. Welcome back to Vorpal Tales Presents Awesome Adventures. As always, I'm your host, close personal best friend of the Green Llama, Space Lord Pajamas. Welcome to Steve.
Trinity Continuum Adventure.
A game about high-flying pulp action set in a slightly more extraordinary 1930s. A story about inspired heroes thwarting evil with daring do and quick wit. We are Vorpal Tales, and we play awesome adventures and terrifying tales every day of the week. For lovers of Onyx Path products, we will be playing more jump starts this Friday. This time it's They Came From Beyond the Grave. Holy crap. On Saturdays is Mage Technocracy Reloaded from Invictus with Love. And on Sundays is our Mage Cult Divinity Lost crossover, White Walls. Be sure to check out our website, vorpaltales.com, to see our complete calendar, including all our other games, see recaps of shows, and get the links of our past archive of shows on YouTube. You will also find links to all our social media here and on our Patreon. Be sure to click the follow on Twitch so that you can get notified of shows. And if you check out the YouTube archive, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Also, check out the Kickstarter for this Trinity Continuum Adventure. Not so great as Steve. It's chasing those stretch goals. So check it out, go donate, and get an awesome game. Special thanks to Onyx Path Publishing for gifting us this exciting game system and all their support they offer. Thanks to Astral Tabletop for the awesome virtual space we use to play all our games. Inspired! Tell us who you are, as well as the names of your characters in this tale.
Yes, it is I, Dwayne, at Made of Kimchi on the internet. And tonight I will be playing Daniel Westergren, my stalwart?
You're stalwart.
Am I? Okay. Yes, the stalwart. Oh, and by the way, happy Black Day to all of my people in the land of the morning calm.
Cool.
The land of the morning calm.
Korea.
Oh, okay. I like that. That's cool. Hey everybody, I'm Ever, and my pronouns are they, them. Tonight, I will be playing Cecil, whose pronouns are he, him. You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever. By the way, Cecil is an absolute Poindexter, aka a nerd.
Hello everybody, I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and tonight I am playing the other stalwart, Brock Steele.
Hello everyone, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. And tonight I am playing Betty, the high-flying daredevil aviatrix.
Howdy, my name is Patrick. You can find me on the internet as PattyShakes_. I was absent last session because I was getting my second poke of the miracle drug vaccine. But I'm here now, my character being Dino the Mouth Blandinowitz. I am a daredevil investigator type. And we'll see how Sean introduces me to the party.
Dwayne, you look confused.
I am. For some reason, I don't remember Patty not being here.
Wow! That's...
Patty's always been here.
Oh, like I could have sworn you were here.
No.
Alas, no.
That sounds more like a compliment.
Yeah, I had a really memorable character, huh, Dwayne? Yeah. All those great key phrases and just,
Ouch.
that great interaction your character, my character had.
You really was here last week, Travis.
And yes, I guess that brings us to me. Yes, I'm Travis Legg. I'm at Travis Legg pretty much everywhere on the internet, and except here where I'm Plastic Age Plays. And I'm playing Henry Brown, the globe-trotting archaeologist, field researcher, and a daredevil of some repute and excellent tour guide.
Excellent. Thanks, everyone. Who needs aspirations? Go ahead and throw them out. What, Steve?
I guess I'm going to ask you, are we going to be having some fights in the air today?
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
Yes, possibly.
All right, then I want to fight a Nazi on the wing of a plane.
Wing of a plane.
I mean, if you we'll get to the recap here in a couple of minutes, but like you guys got in an airplane and then you're going to have a nice flight to Las Vegas.
I was wondering.
Nothing will happen.
Is this going to be just the red dots thing, and then we land and we're in Cairo?
That's it.
Like,
yeah, it's literally we're going to sit here for 2 hours, just kind of like acting like we're on an airplane flight. Nothing happening. It'll be great.
So I need a second one.
Okay.
Can I have a new aspiration to shoot a Nazi plane down?
Yes.
Cool. I'm taking that one.
Why there are Nazi planes over Las Vegas? I don't know.
We'll never know.
Patty, you probably need 2, don't you? Or 2 short.
I need all. Yeah.
Okay. Which one do?
Is there like a shared long everyone's doing together? Or is everyone kind of doing their own longs?
I think everyone ended up doing all their own.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well,
Okay.
So a lot of us have a couple in common, which is to deprive Nazis of teeth privileges, basically.
Okay, cool. I'm on board with that.
Steve and I both want to become famous.
Ruin a Nazi's day. Okay. I do not want to become famous. I'm gonna say, actually, I'm gonna do the opposite. Remain anonymous.
Okay, I like it.
I guess a long term. I guess that could be a long term, just to make sure, and then another short besides during a Nazi's day.
So just to kind of show off aspirations to those that are watching, one of the cool things I liked about the way that they're presented is you always want them to be some sort of thing you have to do as opposed to something not happening. It makes it more kind of interactive, engaging. So what if you added remain anonymous, like in the face of someone finding you out? Like you have to like put yourself in a situation where you might be found out and remain anonymous.
Okay. I guess I just need one more short then.
I added no ticket as my other short.
That is right. I do remember that.
Session.
Anyone got a good short one for me too? I needed 2 shorts.
I'm gonna say, just because I'm sure, however I'm joining you all is gonna be very dubious in its nature, I'm gonna say gain someone's confidence or someone's trust.
Okay.
Well, see, for some weird reason, I thought we had 1 short and 1 long, so I need to remedy that.
I'm trying to remember what one of my powers does, because I might use that in my...
Yeah, Ever, you're a mentalist, so maybe apply it to that somehow.
Cool. So the ones I have right now, the short term that I do have is talk about 3 of my fears. Long term is get a new journal. So yeah, something mentally.
What happened to your last journal?
Everything keeps happening to my journals.
Um,
He loses his journals or they get full. Impressed the other academic of the group.
There you go. Steve, you said you had another.
I want to inspire someone in the group to do something awesome.
Okay. Is that everyone? I think that should be everyone.
I need one more short, but I know I have an idea of what I want to do, but I want to make sure I can do it before I even can. I can't remember what airburst does.
Sounds awesome.
I think you like.
Is that just moving people?
I think so. Or objects. I forget.
Objects? Good. Got it.
Okay. We'll say objects. Sure.
I want to try it sometime while we're flying. We're going to use airburst to do badass aerial maneuvers.
Okay. All right. I think that's everyone. That's everyone. Excellent. Now, if we can have the awesome Rachel remind everyone what happened last week.
Welcome to Adventure! This newest addition to the Trinity game line is set in 1934, 10 years after a mysterious Hammersmith incident empowered lucky individuals across the world. This incident creates daredevils, mesmerists, and stalwarts. We take a brief moment to introduce ourselves. The man going on adventures to save his wife, the ambitious aviatrix, the World War I vet, the bookish mesmerist, and the globe-trotting former Marine. We all have our own personal goals, but we're fairly united in our desire to punch, bomb, or otherwise do violence to Nazis. Time to play. A man walks on the deck of a ship in a storm. He sees another tall man, recognizing him, but too late, as he is washed off the ship to who knows where. The rest of us receive a very fancy invitation to meet a certain Mr. Olds of Olds & Sons Rubber Company in downtown LA. Most of us are early or on time, but Betty, despite her best efforts, ends up having to speed down Pacific Coast Highway to arrive just short of on time. Cecil Kansas Bainbridge also meant to arrive on time, but his many books interfere. Introductions are now in order, a spread of awkward to refined to effusive. Once we have gotten past the worst of the awkwardness, a man wearing the 10-gallonest of 10-gallon hats comes into the foyer and comments how we don't look like his 1 o'clock. With a sinking feeling, he realizes we're here to see his idiot son. He introduces himself as Rexington Olds. At 2:42 p.m., a ship will arrive at the Long Beach docks. We are tasked with welcoming and escorting 2 immigrants, a man and his daughter, and taking them from the docks to the airport. We're told they're called Professor Gustav Fischer and Olga Fischer, and will end up in Las Vegas. There's a bit of confusion as Rexington is under the impression he's already hired us, but we're just here because of a mysterious invitation. But money solves most problems, and he offers us $100 apiece to perform this errand. Betty negotiates for the cost of the airplane fuel as well. Betty invites the group for lunch around the corner at Cole's, inventor of the original French dip. Brock is quite taken with this innovative sandwich, while Daniel does recon on the ship to learn its name and manifest. Based on the information he receives, he surmises that these 2 are being smuggled in. Henry wonders if he's ever heard of this man and remembers that he's some kind of inventor from Germany. Betty quickly checks in with the air circus to verify that Rexington is someone who it's a good idea to work with. He usually comes up with harebrained schemes that waste money, but he's on the up and up. Brock wraps up this line around the phone by checking in with a buddy. Right before we leave, Daniel retrieves his not suspicious at all gear. We make it safely to Long Beach just as the ship comes in. Henry evaluates the ship and thinks he spots someone skulking around the containers. He also realizes this is a good spot for an attack. Brock organizes us by buddy system, and then sends Betty and Cecil to take the higher ground up in some scaffolding to look for their people. Henry and Daniel make contact with Olga, who reveals some terrible news. Her father went overboard during the voyage and drowned. But she retained her father's briefcase at least. Another man appears at this time and greets the Fräulein, saying he's here to pick her up. He's definitely got some Are We the Baddies wardrobe going on and is over 6 feet tall. Examining him, Cecil identifies him as a Prussian, though doesn't know who he is exactly. He definitely seems out of place. Betty starts to get twitchy, wanting to be where the action is. She grabs Cecil and brings him with her off the scaffolding while Cecil shares his insights with her. Henry shifts to speaking German, bluffing the other gentleman, something about changed plans and a return to headquarters. Meanwhile, from his hiding spot, Brock manages to sneak close enough to overhear the German. He gets into a good attack spot, but holds his position for now. Our opponent states that Henry is no German right as Betty and Cecil arrive. He reaches for Olga, giving Brock all he needs to attack. Olga takes off running, while Betty follows to try and calm her down, helped by Daniel. Cecil hangs back to attack Olga's attacker for the first Nazi punch of the Chronicle. He manages to knock the guy down, while Hank finishes the layup by shoving him into the harbor. Meanwhile, Olga produces a letter from Rexington. Betty produces her own letter to demonstrate they should be allies. Having won her trust, Betty persuades Olga to come with her and her other companions to Las Vegas. It's a pretty remote location in the Nevada high desert right now, so should be easy to spot anyone who doesn't belong. Heading to the car, Olga, Betty, and Daniel take a turn down an alleyway where they see another tall person in more Am I the Baddie garb. Betty ignores the man in favor of getting Olga to safety, while Daniel makes a more direct attack. He bounces some Nazi's head off the wall and, "Hey, didn't we just throw that guy in the water?" He laughs at us. Betty ducks past him, running towards the car with the intent to commit some car crimes in the relatively near future. Brock arrives in the alley and commences some boxing. He smashes this Nazi, and hard. Our new enemy seems perturbed to have his Aryan blood shed. He doesn't have much time to process what he should do next before Betty plows into him with her roadster. He goes sailing and splashes into the water. Betty's car is fairly wrecked, but she drops it off at a nearby mechanic before hitching a ride with Daniel and Brock. While on the way to the airfield, Cecil gently questions Olga as to what might have happened with her father. She reveals that her father felt they were in danger and told Olga that if anything ever happened to him, she should bring the briefcase to the man who wrote the letter, Rexington. Cecil convinces Olga to let him look through the briefcase. It appears to be lots of technical notes and designs for a mechanical something. Meanwhile, in Daniel's car following Henry, Daniel spots a tailgater. It appears to want to ram us or Henry's car. Henry uses one of his skill tricks to avoid their notice, which keeps Olga safe, but now Daniel's car and passengers are in peril. Brock leaps from car to car while Betty manages to shoot out our pursuer's car's engine block. Brock's in a bit of a pickle, but Betty shouts out a slightly delayed warning. Back in Henry's car, Cecil, attempting to organize documents as he sees fit, realizes they're already organized in some kind of system he doesn't quite understand. He restores their documents to the original order before handing the briefcase back to Olga. Returning to the freeway chase, Daniel adjusts his car speed to allow Brock to jump back onto his car. We exchange some perfunctory gunfire before driving on. Fortunately, we arrive at the airfield just after Henry arrives. We're directed to Hangar 23, where Betty sends the current pilot home in favor of flying herself. We're up in the air and on our way to Las Vegas when we spot a Zeppelin coming up behind us.
The gasp. Sean, you're muted.
All right, and so we continue our pulp, Steve.
Adventure!
Thank you. And now let us return to the clear skies of Los Angeles and continue our story, The Purest Evil. We'll rewind just a little bit. As you take to the skies, you realize that there is someone else on board that you all just didn't take notice of until now that you're all sort of sitting in the cabin.
Is it another one of these Nazi guys?
Quick, throw him overboard.
Bye,
Buddy.
Patrick.
Please describe your character to us.
You see a man sitting, more like kind of partially trying to duck and cower behind a seat. He's wearing what he thinks is a very fine suit, but definitely was secondhand vintage store kind of thing. He wears probably what's his only tie, as it's just very dirty. It's got stains on it from the thousands and thousands of work days he's worn it for. And his hair is just very clearly, he wears a hat very often. His hair has just got this awful hat hair kind of thing going on, but he either seems to not care at this moment or, something. He's probably about 38 years old. And he's got a good bit of scruff on his face, whether that's intentional or he just hasn't showered or hasn't shaved in a couple of days. You're not sure. Looks a little rough, some bags underneath the eyes. But as he turns around to face you, the jacket flips open real quick and you do see a pistol in a holster. Hey.
You, cowering man.
Identify yourself.
Cowering? No, Dino don't cower, okay?
Well, you were in a crouched position behind one of those items.
Yeah, because Yeah, because Tiny over here just came barging in this plane. No wonder I was taking cover.
I'm not sure. Look
Patty,
around.
you actually arrived late to the office building, and so you were just sitting on ahead to the airfield.
Listen, I got the deets. You guys are with Olds, right?
Yes.
This name is
Alright.
familiar to us.
Cool. I'm with them too. So it looks like it's you guys and me.
Wait. If that's true,
It
Produce
is.
your letter of authenticity.
I ain't gotta show Jack to you, pal. First of all, I ain't know who you are.
It's.
But
I
seeing as I'm
don't
a bit
know.
outnumbered here, I'll pull out my letter. There you go.
No. Anyone can counterfeit a letter. I wish to see the dollar bill.
Oh yeah, you would have been given $100.
A $100 bill.
Yeah.
Do you know we'll look at you and be like, no. I ain't never seen $100 before in person. I ain't never gonna see $100 again in my life. God knows I ain't taking it out of my super secret hiding spot, so you know where I keep it, and then when I'm sleeping, you rob me.
The only paper I trust is that of the good hard American dollar. We see the bill, or you're off the plane.
Alright, everyone-
Technically, it's my plane, and I decide who is on and off. But yeah,
Technically,
if
it
you
ain't your
fly-
plane. Yeah, you're the pilot, but it ain't your plane. You don't own it.
The captain of the plane. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
You got the wings, and you flying, but it ain't your name on the deed.
I'm going to sharply jerk the plane to one side.
Ah,
Look!
Eddie,
All right,
please.
all right. Here's the deal. Everyone turn around.
Okay. Turns around.
Everyone turn around.
Oh,
If you want to see the $100 bill, everyone turn around.
It's okay, everyone. Stand behind me. It's okay. I will protect you.
Don't you want them to stand in front of you if you don't want them near me?
Wait.
I
Hold on.
put my.
This guy ain't the leader. Is he? Is going to be a big problem for me.
I like tap our newfound companion on the hand and say, "Don't worry, dear. I'm sure everything will be fine.
So I don't need to show the $100 bill.
Forgive this display of masculinity back here.
Oh, he is quite a rough one, isn't he? Is
Is he bothering you?
No, he's fine. He's American.
They are.
So we good here? Everyone's peachy keen. I'm gonna take your overwhelming silence as a yes.
Did you show us the bill or not? I got a little lost there.
No, I haven't. No, because I'll wait for everyone to turn around, and no one did except you.
Cecil, all
I
right.
mean, technically, Betty is already turned around because she's facing
Sure,
the cockpit.
sure.
This is true. This is true.
Daniel is
That's what-
unsure how he's going to see the bill if he turns around.
Camilla does
He's not
want to
processing in his
see-
mind.
Camilla does not want
No.
to see which pocket he takes it from, despite there only being.
Ha! Look at the chump over here, assuming I keep it in a pocket.
Well, where else is it that you're able to put items on your person?
If that's as creative as you can get hiding an item, man, it'd be really easy to frisk your ass.
Please, sir.
Literally.
Please, sir. There's a child present.
I look around. How old is Olga?
Like teenager.
Okay. You talking about your mental capacity?
Referring to the young woman, please, sir. Thank you.
Don't bring me into this.
This
As-
man has spirit. I like him.
She ain't no child.
As amusing as this discourse is, we do have a strange aircraft there on starboard bow. that,
Yeah, it's at this point that
we might want to pay some attention to.
Harry notices this, and yeah, a very large Zeppelin has started to roll up behind you.
All right, pilot. Time to earn your keep on your plane.
But could we keep the plane steady while we try to avoid? I really don't like heights.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, Paolo.
I would like to produce whatever bag might be underneath the seat and hand it over to Cecil.
Yeah, that
Thanks.
if you're worried about the plane saying like this, yeah, no, that's a good precaution.
Just breathe in and out. You'll be fine.
Can we give Dino a bag as well?
Well, I don't get air sick. Oh, you trying to be smart? Oh, okay, yeah, real clever. Yeah, you go. How about you do more of this and less of this?
Betty, is this ship able to move faster than the rigid airship?
Let's find out.
We're going to try to race a dirigible to the desert.
Betty, just for the heck of it, Travis, which one do they get to pick? It's the attribute, right?
Right. Yeah. So you assign the skill and they pick the attribute that goes.
That's right. Betty, roll a pilot and then tell us what you're rolling as your attribute. And why.
I feel like dexterity would be good for this.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm looking for 8s.
7s?
Okay.
This game is 8s.
8. Yeah.
8s? Okay, yeah.
I have 2 specialties in pilot, one for biplane, one for low altitude flight.
This would be a low altitude flight. Well, what
Okay.
you mean, like, what's low altitude? Like, close to the ground or
Less than 5,000 meters.
meters?
That was like so ready. I'm not. He's right. He has to be right. Like, there's no way you're that ready with an answer unless you just know.
This isn't a biplane, but if you're flying low, you can use that one.
Okay. So what is the mechanical benefit of a specialty?
Specialties apply if it's not the skill you're using. So, for example, in this case, if you had like a specialty in pilot won't help with the piloting role. They help with complementary skills.
Oh, that's interesting. Neat.
Yes. So, like, if you had an aim specialty that was about like finding cover, you might get a bonus to like trying to find cover in a firefight with your pilot.
That's really cool. All right. Intense count for 2.
Yes.
Cool. I rolled really well then. That's 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Wow.
Go me.
Wow, that's a lot of successes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sort of, gun the engines and make it go faster, and you do a lot of like piloting loop-de-loops and things like that. It's an aerial display. There's a barrel roll in there just because, and so you put some distance between you and the dirigible, but then you notice that there's 2 biplanes like coming, on an intercept course with you.
Oh. Everyone put your seatbelt on. Things are about to get bumpy.
Oh,
What do we
no,
have
no, no,
inside
no,
this,
no, 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 no.
Inside this plane, other than us?
It's just a passenger plane. That's it.
I mean, nothing.
Parachutes, chickens.
Yeah.
Inflatable raft.
There is 2 parachutes under the pilot and co-pilot seat, and that's it.
But there's chairs. Though, I
Flotational
would assume.
devices. Yeah, you're sitting in chairs. Like, it's a small passenger plane.
Betty will call out, "Shoot the wings! The wings!"
Shoot them with what?
I'm about to say, I look around the group. Yeah, and you got a machine gun in your pocket?
They're
No, but we have one
canvas.
of these
They'll
chairs.
tear.
I assume that the passenger plane has those tiny little viewports, right?
Yeah.
I look at the chair, look at the window. Now, I ain't no engineer, but
Oh, geez. So
Oh, for goodness sake. Olga, make sure you're strapped in.
Open the side door.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh, we're just
I
gonna
was gonna do the
suck
same
everything
thing.
out.
Yeah,
We're just gonna suck everything out like that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stand up.
Gonna open the door. It sounds.
That's
like.
why it's a little out of the two.
I'm gonna like wrap my
Okay.
arm in one of the seat. Are there seat belts on this plane or just
Yeah, there's
straps?
seatbelt.
I'm gonna wrap my
yeah.
arm in whatever straps we have.
I
Okay.
am strapping into a seat.
I'm
Seeing
about to
this
open
about to
some
happen.
windows. No, just, throw open the door.
All right, nice. It just wind's blowing. You're almost about to get sucked out, but you don't. There's just gunfire coming from the distance as they're closing in. Completely missed the plane just because Betty's so good at flying. And so let's do this. Everybody, give me initiative rolls, and then that'll give us a stack so that we can get everybody into it.
And remind me, that is our.
I had it here. Where did it go?
That is an individual D10.
Yeah, so it's the lower of athletics and cunning, or empathy and dexterity,
Right.
The lower.
and the number of successes each player generates is his character's tick rating.
Oh.
Oh, so we're rolling that number of dice, not a single D10, right?
Yeah, it's athletics plus cunning or empathy plus dexterity.
Ooh, I got a big fat goose egg.
Mm.
I had one success.
You have one success, okay?
Should I roll 5 dice or 5 dice?
I got nothing.
All right.
What was the difficulty number?
8.
Yeah, no. Nada.
Daniel has 3 ticks.
3 ticks. Nice. All right, cool. And then... Okay. Okay, cool. So the way this works is there's blocks, and then you guys can pick who goes in that block. So you actually have the first block. So it's basically Dwayne got the first one, so you guys can pick who goes, and then it's Nazis, more Nazis, and then everyone else.
Well, I think since Daniel's by an open door, it's best to give the first action to Daniel, would be my suggestion.
All right.
Actually, I think we should give it to Betty.
Betty will fly defensively as best she can.
Okay. Give me a pilot plus whatever skill you think you want to use to try to outwit them.
I think this time it would be composure.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay, that's a pretty decent. Do ones take away?
No.
Okay, 3 successes in that case.
3 successes. Wow. All right. That's a pretty good defensive roll. It's going to be hard for them to hit you. So there's something going on that you guys can't see, and then the planes are going to try to shoot at Betty, and one just does like a pass on you and just rattles out some bullets, but every single bullet just somehow misses the plane. And now it's the rest of you. So what do you guys want to do? Who's next?
If you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
So Cecil has an edge called Lightning Calculator. Can almost instantly perform complex mathematics in his head without the need for calculators or even a pencil and paper. Allows my character to rapidly perform tasks that would normally require access etc. I can calculate odds, cracking codes, plotting the trajectory of a sniper's bullet. So
Hey.
whoever's shooting, I get to give you 2 enhancement to any roll that can be directly assisted by mathematical calculation.
And you can do that without rolling? Or do you have to get successes?
Let me figure that out. So it's an edge. I have 2 dots in it. I feel like it's been forever since I've played this game.
If it's an edge and it doesn't specifically require a dice roll, you just can activate it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sure it's not a gift?
I activate it. It's listed under edges.
Then it's an edge, yeah. And it doesn't say that it requires a roll?
Not in any of the information that I have, and I copied
Okay.
everything from the thing into my cheat sheet.
Cool. So what are you going to do again?
I'm going to calculate the angle / direction and wind speed in order to get an excellent shot on our enemies.
Okay. You can rattle this out to whoever you want, and they'll have a plus on their next roll to try to shoot. Who do you give? Who's got the gun? Who's trying to shoot him?
It was Daniel, I thought.
Yeah, I do have a gun.
Okay, cool. Daniel, you'll have an extra die when you try to shoot. Who's next?
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
This is a passenger plane. How many seats are on it?
There are how many of you? There are 6 of you.
Mm-hmm.
There are 6 seats plus 1 pilot and 1 co-pilot.
Okay, so we have one unoccupied seat on this plane?
Yes.
Excellent. What I would like to do, if at all possible, these planes that are shooting at us, you said they were coming from the opposite way?
Yeah, they're like trying to crisscross you.
Okay, what I would like to do is rip the seat I was in up
Okay.
and shout, "Have a seat!" and throw it out the plane.
Nice.
Just like drop it on the plane as it goes past.
Okay. Wow. Give me.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Give me an athletics and then whatever attribute you think is going to apply to ripping a seat out and aiming it at.
Would my stamina apply for just being able to sit there and hold myself in this windy situation long enough to like line it up so that really I'm not so much throwing the seat as I'm just placing it in their trajectory as they're flying past?
I like it. You rip up the seat and give a thought of like, wow, that came up really easily. That doesn't seem right. And then you stand at the door and you chuck it, and it's just hurtling through the sky, and you think you got it pretty well. I'm sorry, what were your successes on that?
Oh, I was making sure stamina was okay. So
Oh yeah, stamina's fine. Go ahead.
And you said athletics, right?
Yes.
That's, oh man, if only there were 7s. It's 2 successes.
2 successes. Good enough. We'll see what happens. You guys just see him chuck a seat out the window, and you're like, what?
Yes.
Who's next?
I'm willing to go last.
Okay.
And I guess that's either myself or Dino.
You can go first.
Because I'm going to do something very dumb.
Well then, yeah, okay.
But no. Oh no.
In that case, I
Oh,
will
no.
use the hopefully be able to use the momentary awe-stricken the awesomeness of this chair flying at the other planes to line up my shot
Okay.
with my pistol.
What are you doing? Sorry, there was 2 cats fighting on the other side of my monitor.
Hopefully I'm going to use this enhancement that
Oh yeah, that's
Beam Bridge.
Yep.
has given me.
Okay. Gonna try to shoot at one of the biplanes whizzing by.
Yes.
Okay.
It gives 2 enhancements, by the way.
2 enhancements. Oh.
I posted it in the Discord.
Well, it just so happens that my aim is 3 and my dexterity is 5.
Nice.
To 8. Oh, look at all those numbers. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 successes and 2 enhancements.
It seems that cat fight has evolved into something more.
You rolled so well that the story guide went away.
He fell over.
Sleep all day and fight all night now, I guess is what they're doing. Cool. So how many successes did you get?
4.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of successes. Okay. So you have 2 enhancements. So you have 4 extra enhancements. So you could do damage or activate any of your other specials that you might have with aim, like in your edges or your powers too.
Well, let me read this real quick. No real gifts that would help me out here. No edges either.
Okay.
So I'll just do damage. Oh, I need the. Where's my core rulebook?
What are you looking for a pistol?
Yeah, for ranged stunts.
Oh, gotcha.
Ranged stunts. Okay, so yeah, inflict damage, and then we will. Wow, none of these really work.
Wait, did you say you had 4 extra?
He does.
You can
You can crit.
I can crit.
Okay.
That's yeah.
All right. We'll say that you can crit, and you just aim it so well that you end up hitting the engine, like through one of the propellers magically, and then straight into the engine. So there's a hole in the propeller, and the engine is starting to smoke, and that one's struggling to fly.
Struggling to fly, eh?
Struggling to fly, yes.
How does inspiration work in this game?
It'll activate your powers based
Okay.
on certain events and things.
I didn't know if it was like one of those like I rewrite the story.
If you're a daredevil.
Yeah, with the Daredevil, you can do some crazy things.
Because
Or no, he's a stalwart.
yeah, I'm a stalwart.
Yeah.
But I do
But-
believe in individual.
You can. Inspiration can be spent in the following ways. Some gifts require inspiration to activate. Spend 1 inspiration to provide an enhancement equal to the corresponding facet rating on a task in keeping with that facet's nature. So if you would like to add an enhancement, if you're using one of your facets, you can do that. Dramatic editing requires 1 or more points of inspiration. That's a Daredevil thing. Spend
Okay.
1 inspiration to increase defense for a scene by an amount equal to a character's lowest facet rating. Spend 1 inspiration to add +1 to an action's intensity scale.
Okay. Then that is Daniel's turn. However, in his mind's mind, he hopes that the speed of the airplane has slowed just as such that chair smacks into the pilot.
So we will get to the chair in a moment. All right. Who's left?
I think just me.
Just you? Okay.
And then Brock after.
And then Brock. That's right.
Yeah. That's what I meant before Brock. So seeing that everyone's not been immediately sucked out by the door opening as Dina thought would happen, truly amazed at this feat of just luck that we're having.
Mhm.
he will unstrap himself from the seat, and then I'm just going to look for every non-essential item in this plane and start hucking it out of the door. Not necessarily to hit one of the planes, but to speed us up.
Okay.
Load.
I mean, you could rip the chairs up. Those apparently come up.
I'm talking chairs. Like, I'm going to start reaching for people's bags and be like, do you actually need, like, is this something you actually need? Okay, books. I'll be like, literally just everything. I'm going to start throwing out the door. Unless someone actively stops me from a certain item, I'm just going to be like, huck.
If I see him coming toward the door with any books, I will fill the doorway and say, "Not the books."
Books. What good are they going to do us right now? All right, fine. I'll leave the books. That's fine.
He just tosses the books in the back of the plane.
Yeah, very unceremoniously. I'll just throw them in the corner, bunch of corners. I'm sure the corners of the edges of the books can be dented now. And
Vorpal Tales does not approve of this treatment of books.
Just stop throwing the weight distribution off, whoever's doing that.
I read somewhere that the lighter you are, the faster you move. I'm making you go faster. You're welcome. Is this not how this works? You wanted me to stop? Say stop.
Shoot the plane wings.
I once again look at my holster. That's just like it's like a Colt, like 1911. I'm just like, yeah, okay. Let me use this pea shooter.
They're canvas wings, and that Zeppelin will blow up.
I'm gonna keep puffing things out.
Okay, you're grabbing like cushions and like there's a first aid kit on the wall.
Yes.
Just meaningless things. You're just getting chucked in like.
Dino's never been on a plane before, so his idea is like, we're not going to need a first aid kit because obviously if we fail, we're going to crash and die. So there's not going to be small injuries. There's only going to be big injuries.
So now instead of one chair flying at them, there's like a field of.
It's essentially a minefield.
Air mines. Rock, you're the last one. What do you do?
So Dino is throwing things out of the airplane.
Yes. And
if he's just standing there, just like grabbing and throwing, I was like, Betty, please catch me. And then I'll give my arm to Dino, and while he's throwing, and then run and jump and have Dino throw me out of the airplane as well.
Oh my god. Okay.
Sure. And it's gonna be one of those things where it's like cushion, chair, like someone's bag, like the lunch, like the beverage cart. Brock, wait, hold on.
Brock's flying out. Cool.
Guys, I don't want you to judge this meeting on this one event that just happened, but I think I just threw your friend overboard.
Betty will immediately begin banking the plane and flying a little under.
Okay.
So we can, in fact, catch Brock when he's done with whatever ridiculousness that is about to happen.
Okay. Cool. I'm glad Brock's out of the plane.
I would like to use athletics.
Uh-huh.
And
flying.
No. Athletics and might to just basically make myself all big. And I just want to crash through the wing of one of the planes and then keep going.
Oh my god, okay.
But if you make yourself big, you slow down. You gotta make yourself into like a bullet.
You're gonna need a lot of successes on this one, man.
Okay. I'm doing awesome stuff. I don't know what all y'all are doing.
Y'all just sitting on a plane. Alright.
I thought we were playing awesome people. Alright. That's not a lot of successes.
He thought we were playing awesome people until he looked at his dice.
What's it like to drink all that loser sauce, Steve?
I'm still being dope. Anyone giving me bonuses there, guys?
You jumped out of an airplane, man. What bonus did they give you?
But if I, as a daredevil, can spend a point of inspiration to make sure that he bonks his head on the chair that I threw out the window while he's falling, I would like to do so.
Okay.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
I can actually wait.
Uh-huh.
I would like to use Cecil's human calculator. Before I got thrown out, what's the best trajectory for me to hit that airplane?
Well,
using his
Cecil's
math,
already used that this round.
Yeah, I believe that's been used.
Yeah, it was used.
I used it to shoot the plane.
No, we're still in the first round.
Oh, sorry. When I read it, I thought it was just for any...
No,
I have a weak spots edge.
It says it provides to any roll.
Yeah, to any roll assisted by mathematical calculation.
Oh, yeah.
That's...
that sounds one rolly to me. No offense.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, no, that's fine.
It's a pretty liberal reading of that rule.
All right, that's no problem at all. Chat, that's not very nice. I got 2 successes, so I did.
You got 2 successes.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. So,
I got 1.
you do go flying. You jump and you do that, and you're just like, I just jumped out of an airplane without a parachute. You go flying. You do bonk your head on the chair, and you you don't fly through one of the wings, but you do manage to sort of like roll into the plane, and you catch the back end of the tail.
Okay.
So you're now being dragged along behind this plane.
I can deal with that
by hanging onto the tail. Right.
All right.
Cool. I can't wait till next round. That's everyone. So back to the top. Who goes first?
Do you want your Nazis to go?
They've already gone this round.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't much they could do.
So Betty would definitely like to bank the plane so it's under Brock.
Okay. Give me a pilot with whatever attribute.
I think composure's still a good one to be using here.
Sounds good.
1 success.
1 success. This isn't too difficult, but so you actually just do like a loop-de-loop and come up behind the plane, but you don't quite catch up to it with just 1 success. But you managed to successfully execute that roll. Cool.
Can I do one more thing?
Sure.
I want to grab the parachute that's under the co-pilot's seat and just throw it into the back of the plane.
Okay.
Just be like, someone's gonna need to go get him.
Yeah, you're right. It says there's only enough parachutes for 2 people. It would be really fair if anyone got it, and I prepared to huck it.
All right, cool. So, Brock.
Yeah.
You can see from where you're hanging on the back of this plane that there is 2 seats in these biplanes.
Okay.
Oops. Typed that wrong. So one of them gets up and starts to climb. The back guy gets up and climbs out of his seat, and you can see that he's trying to like shimmy along the back of the plane, but then you realize he just lets go and comes at you with more force than he should be, even though that you're flying, and he tries to basically bull rush you off the plane.
Where have I seen this before?
Oh, wow. So it's a pretty good attack.
Okay.
Roll your defense.
Roll my defense. I'm going to definitely roll my stamina.
Yes.
Okay, so that's...
Yeah, but aren't you the blob?
No.
I don't know, man. I was there when you were creating this character. I'm
I'm
pretty sure
not
you're
the blob. Out of curiosity, does he have scale?
Yes, for reasons that you'll find out in a second.
For reasons.
It's 2 successes plus my armor, right? No, defense is plus. It's plus my armor, right?
I read this earlier today.
Because yeah, he has to beat my defense and then my armor to actually spend any of his successes on me.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So my total defense is a 6.
Your total defense is a 6. So you need...
So he needs to hit me. He needs 7 successes to spend the stunt.
Actually do anything.
To spend the stunt, inflict damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don Arnetto is awarding you all authorized bonuses right now.
Don, let me hit him. Stop it. So what happens is this guy comes literally rocketing at you, and doesn't do enough force to dislodge you, but he does that thing where he like rams into you and sort of flips over you, and he's now grappled onto you basically.
Okay.
So you're hanging from the back of the plane while he's hanging from you, more or less.
Okay. So he doesn't have any direct connection to the plane currently.
No, he does not.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay. So, Harry, you see what are 2 just smoke trails coming towards the plane, and they look like just dudes flying, and they're aiming right for the door.
Did you say Harry?
I did say Harry.
Henry.
They're coming at us?
Henry, sorry. Yes.
Okay. And did I see what happened with the chair, by the way?
Oh, yeah, it totally, Brock bumped into it, and then it came falling down, and it bonks into, the pilot, which that's going to make things interesting, because that plane's about to go out of control.
All right, so they're coming toward the plane, toward this open door that we're in?
Yes.
I am going to, so I'm wrapped up in the one strap, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put my hand on Dino's shoulder and say, "Do something useful, will you, and hold me still." And I'm going to fill that doorway with my body.
Okay, I dig it.
They're going to bounce off.
Excellent. Absolute cannolis on this guy telling me I ain't doing anything useful.
So between you and Dino, you've got the door blocked. So what happens is these guys come trying to barrel through the doorway, and they do kind of bounce off you, but you realize that they bounce off and then hover in front of you and then grapple onto the plane on either side of the door.
Okay.
And so the one of the other planes is going to try to, the plane that isn't jacked up. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Betty, what was your so the biplane that hasn't had any, that doesn't have Brock hanging off of it, comes and then does a strafing maneuver on the plane, and then just bullets riddle through the plane, and it's slightly damaged. The other biplane he just got conked with an airplane chair, and he's out for a second. So that plane then does a nosedive. Brock.
Yes.
What do you do as this thing takes a nosedive?
Well, first thing that I want to do is bash this guy off me so that he falls.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to do a split action, or
Okay.
my two actions being first to kind of like, start punching down on him and getting him to let go of his grip of me. And
Okay.
so that would be close combat and might. And then climb back onto the plane, getting closer to the pilot. So actually, climbing. Since he's nosediving. Well, no, since he's now nosediving, I'm at the back. I want to just kind of adjust myself and then let go and kind of slide down into where the seats are. So that would be athletics and probably dex.
Okay.
Which would be my smaller dice pool. So.
All right. So your first attempt to knock this guy off.
Right. So with split attacks, you roll the lower of your two dice pools for your split, and then that's your success for both things, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. The 10 to 4 successes. And I would like to use one of those bonuses from Don Arnetto to give myself an enhancement if we can do that.
Okay, go ahead. What you gonna do?
That's 5 successes.
5 successes.
So for the punch, I will, how many successes do you want it to punch this guy's grip off of me? I don't know if there's a specific stunt for make person not grab you while hanging off of airplane.
You're going to need at least 4 to get him off you.
Okay, I'll spend 4. So I'll spend 4 successes to just weigh him into this guy with a hammer fist 3 or 4 times and just have him lose his grip.
You can spend 1 success to break up grapple.
Can I do 1 success to break a grapple?
I'll drop you down to 3 for a reason.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so use 3, and then
the other
you
2
smash his hand and sort of elbow him in the head, which he's wearing a helmet, and he just rattles him, and he falls off, and he goes flying back, and you don't see where he goes. So your other 2 successes, you're probably gonna
used for the movement up to where the pilot is.
So you actually do a sliding kick into that guy, or do you want to go into the secondary seat, or you want to go straight for
I want to go for the pilot seat.
You want to go for the pilot seat. Okay, so you go sliding, and then you actually just wrap around his head with your legs, and so you're sitting on this guy's shoulders inside the pilot seat.
Awesome.
Nice. Okay. Who is next?
I wouldn't mind going if everyone's alright with that.
Okay.
Sure.
So, I posted it in the Discord for you to be able to see it, but I would like to summon monsters from the id. Basically, my character is able to create illusions, very otherworldly, but viscerally real. So, I can spend an inspiration to create an illusion up to size scale equal to my character's reflective fast. Can't interact with the world, though it can move and make sounds.
Okay.
Yes. I'm going to, if I succeed on this, summon gremlins. The classic World War gremlins.
Cool. I think you just have to spend an inspiration and it kicks off, so...
At which point I grab Dino by the shirt and say, "There's something on the wing of the plane!"
Don't worry, I'll shoot it!
Not on our plane, but on the enemy's...
Oh, on the enemy's plane?
Yeah.
I mean,
Here,
still.
everybody.
Yeah. You
Oh,
hit
that's
something on the enemy's plane.
I don't think
Cool.
anyone got the reference.
I mean, I'm old enough to.
Okay.
Twilight Zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah, I like
The
classic
Shatner?
Twilight Zone.
Yes, the Shats.
Oh, I remember the what's his name? He was from Third Rock from the Sun.
John Lithgow.
That's the one I remember.
If we're going to derail, we're going to go the full 9 and note that there was a reference made to that in Third Rock from the Sun at one point as
Oh my God.
William Shatner lands at the
that's
airport.
right.
He's like, the strangest thing happened on the way here. There was something on the wing of the plane. John Lithgow says the same thing happened to me.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Nice. All right. Who's next?
I guess Daniel will go next. I guess.
Okay. There's 2 dudes on the side of hanging off the side of the plane.
I mean, we're flying out of planes and stuff.
Would you
There's
say
only one of us dumb enough to fly out of the plane.
Would you say that Brock's heroism and call to action has inspired you to do something awesome?
I don't know. Has it?
No. It's
Daniel.
making Dino real glad he's got cognitive thinking.
So, these guys have like jetpacks or clockwork?
Yes. As you look at them now, you realize that
Oh,
they do have jetpacks.
boo.
All right, so we're effectively fighting Nazi stormtroopers
More or less.
in a biplane.
Rockin' Nazis?
Yeah, right.
Rocket Nazis.
Not,
The Nazi tears.
Nazi tears. Ooh, I don't like it.
No. I don't like that one.
Well, I like Nazi tears.
Rocket Nazi tier? There you go.
Oh, we're definitely
any-
stealing that jetpack. Advisor Rook. 100%.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Yes, ever. Flying Fox.
Is there anything left inside the plane, or has it all been chucked out?
Has it all been
I
denoed?
Everything's pretty much been denoed. You don't have much resources in the plane other than the plane itself.
And these guys are latched onto the side, just outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
One on each side.
Yeah, one on each side of the door, yes.
Okay. Daniel will put a hand on Henry's shoulder and say, "Excuse me, Mr. Brown. I have an appointment with Destiny." And he just doesn't jump out. He just walks out. And as the plane's moving, he should just be able to hit the one that's on the back end.
Yes.
I will attempt
I'm
to-
with you.
Attempt to.
Okay, I gotta ask: is there something wrong with all you guys? You know you don't have wings, right? You ain't flying. You're falling with style.
I
We
say,
have,
Godspeed, son.
All right, Daniel.
I mean, if I do this right, I'll have a jetpack. So, yeah. What do you want for me to grapple this guy?
Let's do close combat and whatever attribute you think is appropriate.
Well, I'm not. I mean, to be fair, I guess might.
Yeah, it might've worked. If you're just trying to overpower him.
Or could I go with... No, we're just gonna go with might. We already said it.
Okay.
Not a lot of dice, so who knows? But that's still 2 successes. 2 successes on 2 dice.
Nice.
Wow.
2 9s.
Wow.
So, You don't manage to like do anything to him in particular, but you do manage to grapple onto him, and you're hanging off the back of the engine on his back, more or less.
That works.
Okay, cool. Who's left?
I'd like to lend some assistance to my good friend, Daniel.
Okay.
I'd like to use a gift in a way that's slightly different than the way it's intended in the book, but I think
I always like breaking the rules.
apply
So.
here. I have a gift called Slip the Cuffs.
Okay.
Basically means I can't be tied up.
Okay.
I would like to, if possible, extend that knowledge of bonds and straps and such to just reach out to the very distracted person that's wearing a jetpack that now Daniel has a hold of and just release the jetpack from that person.
Okay. So give me a whatever sort of observational attribute, and let's go with
I generally like, for attributes?
yeah.
How about resolve? I'm going to get this sucker off of him.
Okay, and then either athletics or close combat, whichever is better for you.
They are the same. Can I
Okay.
use survival since this is a...
Yes, I will allow that. That makes
excellent.
sense.
That would be one... Just one.
Just one. So you actually are able to observe very quickly how this thing works. There's like a series of buckles on his chest, and you realize that he has a throttle mechanism like wrapped to his hand and is in the palm of his hand. So you shout this out to Daniel, and between the two of you next round, you'll have a plus. You'll have an enhancement to try to get this thing off if that's what you're attempting to try to do, or just jack him up in any other way.
Yeah, I mean, my aim was to, like, if they were close enough, reach out and do it myself, but I'm totally fine with yelling it to him.
Yeah.
Or starting the process while I'm yelling.
You actually are like, you're fiddling with him, but you aren't able to get the buckles undone, and then Daniel picks up on what you're trying to do, so between the two of you next round, you'll have an enhancement to get that off there.
Beautiful.
I like it.
Dino, I think you're the only one left, or
I think so. I will continue holding on to Henry here.
Mhm.
Make sure he doesn't fall out of the plane, because then we'll have three people who think they can fly. But at the same time, I'll kind of just like, all right, everyone keeps yelling at me to shoot, I'll shoot. And I'm going to pull out my my service pistol, and I'm going to aim for the Nazi on a jetpack that Daniel is not on.
okay.
So shooting guns, aim, and dexterity.
Aim and dexterity, if that's what attribute you want to use. Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right.
And 10s count as 2 successes.
Yes, they do.
All right, then 3 successes.
3 successes. Nice. So 1 to hit and 2 enhancements. What you do?
I will deal damage,
Mm-hmm.
and let me find. Nothing above me. For range shoots, there's not much, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to write some new stunts for shooting.
I guess I'll just use it. I'll use pin down, just in case he tries to do anything. It adds
Okay.
a complication to his next attack.
Okay, I dig it.
Oh,
So-
and if he doesn't buy off that complication, he takes another injury.
Oh shit. Okay. So you just sort of reach out, you lean out, and he's right there, and you just like push your gun right against his arm, and that bullet goes clean through. The blood splatters out and for a moment, and then just flies back all over Daniel and the other one. And yeah, he's like winced, and he's just under pressure from you pointing your gun at him, so he's pinned down. Cool. All right, back to the top of the round. Who is first?
I will say it's a shame that Patty's goal was not to disarm a Nazi.
No, it was just to ruin a Nazi's day. So
who's in the greatest peril at the moment?
Man, that's a good question.
So many possibilities.
All are one failed roll away from just plummeting. So,
probably Daniel, right? Because Brock made it safely into the pilot seat, so at least he's like
Brock's on the shoulders of another dude piloting a plane that is spiraling to its death.
That seems slightly better than on the engine of a who knows how it works jetpack of a Nazi that's next to a buddy getting shot at a bunch of times.
Let's go with Daniel. Daniel is probably in the most precarious position at the moment.
I think I'm okay.
I admire your optimism.
Although you did like when you shot this Nazi in the arm and like a little bit of blood splashed on Daniel's face, like you got this like weird momentary glimpse, and he had like flashbacks to the war.
Oh no.
Hey buddy, now's not the time you lose your cool.
It was very it was fleeting.
Why were you asking who's the most precarious?
I was just suggesting that they should maybe do something first.
Yeah,
Daniel, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I will.
Okay.
Let's try and get this forward momentum backpack off this guy.
Right. All right. Give me. Interesting. Give me larceny and whatever attribute.
Can I just like straight up assist with my turn? Because we're basically doing the same thing.
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
That's larceny.
Yes.
I would again like to rely on. Actually, can I rely on stamina as I am now hanging out of a flying plane?
Yeah, because you're gonna need to brace yourself and not. Yeah, you're in one of those situations where stamina is the one that makes sense.
Goodness. Oh wow, that's depressing. Oh, it's not too bad then. 2
successes. Okay. How does aiding work? Does that give him? What does that give him?
I would assume just to give him enhancement for his.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, you now have 2 enhancements. One from before and one from now. Okay. Yeah, 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
One from the last round is inspiration.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so larceny, and I'm thinking, I mean, I could be the edgelord and be like, it's dexterity.
That's so edgy. Yes.
Just use that highest skill.
It's not a reach. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean,
no, it's really not.
You do need to be dexterous, trying to like,
undo buckles. Yeah.
Undo buckles. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm liking these 9s. 9, 9, 9, and 2 2s. So 3 successes plus
3 successes plus the 3 enhancements. What would you like to do, Daniel?
All right, let's get crazy here.
The world is your oyster at this point.
The world is my oyster. All right, so yeah, so I'm like, I got this guy, like kind of like a hanging on to the jetpack, and I'm fiddling in the front, and I just kind of like start smacking it, and then it releases. Hopefully.
Yes, and then suddenly you're free falling, but the jetpack was on slightly, so you're just sort of arcing through the air.
Oh, beautiful. Do I know how to operate this thing?
We'll say with all those successes, yeah, you quickly sort of ascertain the situation.
Now, would I be able to, like, do that mid-air, hurry up and put on my jetpack maneuver this round, or is that going to have to wait until next round?
No, that'll totally happen this round with 6
Okay.
successes.
So then I will actually start making my way towards Brock.
Okay, cool. All right.
I don't recommend that.
But he's gonna do it anyway.
I would like to get one more thing in before the end of the turn.
Uh-huh.
I would like to look at the other Nazi that's still up there,
Yes.
point at his friend with my thumb, and say,
Okay.
"No ticket."
Yeah. Yes.
Hey.
Hey, guy.
Nicely done. Okay. I appreciate that. Brock, the the guy who you kind of punched off, comes up and rockets past you and tries to do something to you, but completely tries to grab onto you, but completely slips off. You missed the angle or whatever. Totally whiffs it. The guy with no jetpack is going to try to grapple onto you, Henry, and totally fails. He's just trying to grasp at you while still holding onto the side of the plane. The one guy who is pinned by Dino, he actually is able to sort of slap your hand away so that your gun's off him, and he inches his way further up on the wing to one of the windows, and that's all he's able to do at this point. Then out of nowhere, Betty, this thing comes barreling towards you and just slams into the windshield, breaks it, shatters everywhere, glass goes filling in the cabin, and there's now a dude half in the plane, half out the front of the plane, trying to grapple at you and crawl his way into the plane. Fun. The one biplane that is trying to deal with gremlins is totally distracted, and you see him just randomly flying around, and just you think you hear screams. Don't know. And so we get back to the one oh that's not good. So the one pilot that Brock's wrapped around kind of comes to and just does the thing that he feels is right, and just does the plane straight down into just barreling towards the ground.
Okay.
It's now back to you guys. Who's next after all of that happens?
Daniel and Henry.
Daniel's gone. Henry has gone as well to help him. So we got Betty.
Eddie, do you want to do plane stuff?
It sounds like Betty's in the most danger at the moment.
Yes, well, my plan, so there's this guy who's trying to crawl through the cockpit.
Yes.
I would like to help him in that, I'm gonna grab him by the shoulders, yank him out, and then into the rear of the plane.
Okay.
Where I figure everyone who is there can help him, get out through the side door.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, this will be fun.
Pass him back like he stage dived into the plane.
You hear Cecil shriek.
Yes, Cecil. Give me a close combat and whatever you think is good for you, Betty.
I have no close combat. I suppose, let's see, there's no strength, dexterity?
Sure.
Okay. Betty will just yell, incoming! Hold the throttle with her knees.
I dig it.
That is 2 successes.
2 successes, good enough to send him flying back, because his rocket pack actually was on. So you just get him through, and he goes slamming into the back, and just like shakes it off and slowly pulls himself up. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay, Dino, what you doing?
He just got passed back to me, so I'm like, weird. I'm pretty sure I already threw all the garbage out of this plane. And I would like to try to throw him out sans jetpack.
Okay.
So am I doing close combat? I'm going to do close combat and dexterity as well.
Okay.
One success.
1 success. So you grab hold of his straps that are part of his rocket pack, and you're trying to undo it, and he catches your hand and grips you really hard and starts to crush your hand. You're like, ow, fuck. And then he just like takes you and flips you around and throws you up against the wall.
Henry, a little help over here.
Cecil, I guess you're the last one.
Sweet. Yes, I am going to use my fist of the mind, and I'm going to... Nope, don't say it. I'm going to punch this guy. Shut up, Patty.
But you said it's a fist of the mind, so you're not gonna fist him?
I mean...
Would you like to fist the Nazi?
Yes.
Very much so.
Yes.
Woo!
Well then.
Not your grandfather's
Yeah.
Mentalist cast punch.
God. Yeah, in my brain, I'm very good at fisting, so... Anyway. Instead of making close combat, I get to...
Enigmas or
my
integrity.
enigmas or integrity. Yay.
All right, and what attribute you're going to use with it?
Probably intellect.
Okay.
I am going to channel all of my research of fisticuffs that I cannot do physically, but I can do with my head. So that is 7 dice. Excitement.
Which one are you attacking? The one that's in the cabin, one that's on the wing, one that's hanging off, or that's 1, 2, 3, and then those are the 3 immediate ones, I guess you could say.
Which one would be more entertaining to punch?
I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, the one there, one of them does not have a rocket pack, so if you hit him hard enough.
One is also fucking up Dino in the cabin.
That's true.
That's
true. I will save Dino.
Okay.
Aw.
My
hero.
Okay, what was it was the 6, right? Yes, no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of those are 9s. So, 5 successes.
5 successes, nice. You said you were punching Dino's one in the head?
Yes, but not like in the back
Right.
of his head where he'll headbutt Dino. From the side would be great.
So from the side, so Dino, you're like being held up against the wall, and then all of a sudden you see this guy's head just go, it just like, and you hear almost like a snap of a neck, and he loosens his grip and just it's sort of stumbling around the cabin for a moment as he's just been knocked upside the head mentally, like a railroad train just smacked his brain hole.
Dang.
Yeah.
Hey, Cecil, you're my friggin' hero.
You're welcome.
Sometimes
And,
people's heads just do
But
that.
how did you do that?
The power of intellect, my friend.
I'll buy it.
I'm psychic.
I
All
buy
right.
it.
Back to the top. Who wants to go first?
I haven't gone.
Oh, sorry, Brock. What you doing?
I, sitting on top of this Nazi shoulders, would like to reach down, and since he is now plummeting himself towards the earth, I'm going to punch the flight stick. And I would like to try to attempt to sunder it.
Okay.
What?
Just read Patty's comment in chat.
Oh god. Oh god. I don't even want to look. 4, 5, 6.
That's how everyone dreams to go out.
4 successes, so 4 to hit, and it does take 3 to sunder. So I successfully sunder.
Yeah, that's that stick. So you're just like, wham! And you manage to like sort of go under where the guy's got it gripped on the top, and so you punch underneath of it, and then suddenly the guy is just like up like and kind of looks at the end of the stick, which is no longer connected to the plane, and then kind of looks up at you and just like, the fuck? Okay.
Like, things looked as though you've lost your handle on the situation.
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
Yeah!
Oh, and on that terrible pun, we'll take a quick break for everyone to recover. Minutes.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to Steve.
Trinity Continuum Adventure.
Thank you. When last we left everyone, Steve had broken a plane. There's two dudes hanging off planes. There's a dude in a plane and flying through windshields. Pretty crazy stuff. So I think we're back to the top of the round. So who wants to go first?
That dude that's stumbling around the back of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing a jetpack, right?
Yes, he is.
And we have familiarized myself with the basic operations of this jetpack.
Yes.
I would just like to reach over and turn the throttle all the way up.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Right before
One thing-
I would like to add before he does it though,
Mhm.
as I want to pump this guy full of lead holes. Then he can take flight.
yeah, so Betty's plan, she's assuming that you're gonna get the jetpack off of him, and once you do that, she's just gonna like maneuver the plane a bit to pinball this guy out of the open door.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would have been a smart plan.
All right. So who's going to do what? Because there's three people wanting to do something. So who's got the best idea out of the three of you?
I mean, I say, yeah, let him film full lead. If you want to shout back, like, you know,
We should probably try to keep as many. We should probably try to keep the jetpack.
okay. Well, then I'll just try to pop it off of him as I popped off the other ones.
Okay, go ahead. Give me larceny and survival. I think you used last time.
Yes, and it was survival and stamina last time.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
So I would assume stamina is not going to come into play because I'm not reaching out of the plane, but resolve.
Yeah. Resolve. Yeah. Keeping your cool against them sounds good. Or I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
That's 3 successes.
3 successes. Wow. Okay. Good enough to what you end up doing is you don't get the whole pack off, but you manage to get the throttle hand. You just manage to unsnap it from his hand and like pull the glove off, so it's just dangling there to the side, so he doesn't have control over the rocket pack.
All right. Fire away.
Back to the top. There is a dude still trying to. Oh wow. So, Brock.
Yes.
This guy comes and just slams into your back, and tries to pull you off. Roll your defensive stuff.
The Rocket Pack Man still has scale for what he's doing?
Yes.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 8.
8 successes.
Well, I got 4 successes plus my armor of 4.
Oh, plus your okay. So he is unable to really do anything to you, but he is right there next to you. Yeah,
And this is a Rocket Pack Nazi?
Rocket Pack Nazi. Yes,
Okay.
he's the one that's been flying around that had
Flying.
grabbed you earlier.
That grabbed me earlier. Okay.
The guy who has no jetpack and is hanging onto the side of the plane tries. Really? Holy shit! Oh wait, no, that's that one. Pulls himself into the cabin and tries to like wrestle you, Henry. Doesn't really manage to do anything because he didn't roll high enough. But yeah, he's inside the plane now. So
Now can I try my pinball maneuver?
in 1, 2, in just 2, you'll be next, or the next player to go if you want. The other guy that was out on the outside of the plane fires through one of the windows to smash out the windows, and actually reaches out and pulls Olga closer to the wall and is trying to grip for the briefcase. The dude who is in the plane looks at Dino. Dino, you shot him this round, right? Why am I already forgetting? No, slipped off the thing. She's like, well, that's not good. So he's gonna try to. He sees his friend. Dino, he doesn't like you. He's gonna try to punch you in the face.
Who would want to punch Dino in the face?
I don't know.
Everyone on this plane.
Whoa!
And a couple of people not on the plane.
He punches you, Dino, but you just sort of like take it and doesn't really hurt you. You're good. That's that guy. Okay. The other
you punch like a Nazi.
you doesn't say anything back. The one guy with the gremlins is still shitting his pants in the plane with the gremlins, and broken stick guy tries to climb out of his seat to maybe do a parachute maneuver, but Brock's too heavy. So
A blob.
yeah. Betty, you said you wanted to be next. What was it you wanted to do?
So my thought was to sort of like jiggle the plane to like
Okay.
bounce the Nazis off the wall and like pinball them into the open doorway.
Okay.
But if one of them has a hold of Olga and the briefcase, that is no longer a good idea.
Okay. What you could do then?
All right. How's Brock looking? How close to the ground is he?
He's getting close.
I'm on my way.
Oh yeah, that's Daniel.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna take evasive maneuvers.
Okay.
Cause
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the one that's got a hold of Olga is through a window, right? Like they broke in a
Yeah, he's
window.
through a
So
window.
he's
Yeah,
not going to get. If you can throw the others out without risking him, because he like broke in from outside through the window.
Yeah.
So like if you dump the plane, you're only going to get the ones that are standing up, and maybe me.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so can I like self-impose a complication? Because this is like a Daredevil thing.
Sure.
Yeah, so Daredevils self-impose conditions and complications that make whatever they're trying to do more challenging or risky. If they overcome the self-imposed obstacle, they reach huge rewards, such as instantly taking out a fearsome opponent or recovering all their spent inspiration.
All right.
When designing a self-imposed obstacle, make it proportional to the reward. Yeah. So the complication I would like to be would be knock those Nazis out of the airplane while keeping that other Nazi and all of my allies here.
Okay. This could be interesting.
Okay. So I'm assuming it's a pilot?
I'll let you pick whatever you want to pick since you're giving yourself complications.
Alright, I'm gonna roll pilot plus dexterity, which is my absolute best die pool.
Okay.
Whee! Okay. Oh, that's pretty decent. That is. Oh, that's 2 10s. Hooray!
Yes.
For 6 successes.
6 successes. Okay. Explain how you were able to bounce the Nazis, but not damage your friends.
All right. So by now, Betty has a pretty instinctive understanding of how planes fly. So she doesn't really need to be eyes forward to fly.
Okay.
So she anchors one hand on the throttle, and then one hand on her chair, looks behind her, and just sort of like uses the throttle like a joystick.
Okay.
Be like, all right, we're gonna tilt. Oh, nope, he's too close to the window. Hang on, guys.
It's like you're playing the crane game, but with people in a plane.
Exactly.
That's
Love it.
awesome. That's so cool.
And okay, so the plane just because all kinds of rolling and bouncing and ups and downs.
Dino
Henry,
throws
you're
up.
able. Yeah. Dio throws up and that goes sliding down to the back. He goes limp, so he's able to sort of get tossed around the cabin without doing any hurt to himself. Henry, you're still hanging on to that one strap, let's say, and that's how you're able to maintain yourself.
Yeah, I'm like tied up by it. So if I flap out for a minute and then flap back in, that's fine.
Yeah, like you like fly out the window for a second, and then like she catches you and pulls you back in. Olga's held against the side of the interplane wall by the one dude on the outside, but these two dudes on the inside are in for a world of hurt as Betty manages to bounce, roll, and then one of them just gets shot out the plane. It's the one without the jetpack, and just disappears into the sky oblivion. The other one catches himself on the door and like manages to bounce back in, but he is very rattled at this point. So you manage to get rid of one of them, and the other one's not looking so great. Who's next?
Who hasn't gone yet?
I have not gone this turn.
Daniel, Brock, and
Myself.
Yeah, Brock and Daniel are pretty precarious.
Yeah.
And I don't think Dino's gone either, but I want the two precarious people to do something here.
Okay.
I feel like if Cecil goes right now, he can sort of take out the rattled Nazi before that
Good.
guy can come back to his senses.
True.
Good.
And why not?
Super kick.
I don't have any kicks. Unless, my foot can be a fist of the mind.
I mean, technically, it could be foot of the mind.
Foot of the mind.
That's the plan then.
You deliver a psychic boot to the head.
I was just thinking it.
I shall do this.
Psychic curb stomp! Hopefully there are no curbs.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I'm gonna psychically boot, curb, stomp, kick this Nazi.
Okay.
So, 7 dice. Only 2 successes this time.
Only 2 successes. Good enough. So you actually, this guy's sort of like rattled because he's been bouncing around the plane. He starts to pull himself up, and then all of a sudden there's just the mental image of him in his mind of a foot just like squaw right in the face, and sends him flying to the back of the plane. And he sort of slumps and just slowly starting to pick himself up as he's just getting pummeled. Nice. Who's next?
Do we want me and Daniel to do whatever nonsense we're about to do?
It's up to you.
Wait, is that last Nazi still on the plane?
Yeah, there's the one. Yeah, he just still not looking great. He actually slams into the back of the plane next to you.
Oh well, then Dino, do you?
Yeah, Dino, take him.
Help
Yeah,
him off.
I'm gonna attempt to finish this guy. He's been he's been pinballed around the plane. He just got mentally kicked in the face. So he's probably like staggering around, just like seeing stars. I kind of just want to put a hand on his shoulder and like kind of guide him a little bit to where the door is, and then just put my gun in his belly and be like, "Time for the final bang." I'm gonna pull pull the trigger.
Ew.
Just boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
Curtains for you, curtains.
Aim and whatever you feel.
All right, aim and I'm gonna do dexterity.
Okay. You just carefully like line him up against the door.
It's 10. So 3 successes.
3 successes. Just gutting the bullets straight to the gut. You actually hear it go through him and ping against the metal casing of the jetpack, and he just kind of grabs onto the door, trying to give himself one last moment, but he slips, and you just kind of give him a kick and send him out the door, and he goes spiraling off into the oblivion. Cool.
I'll just go up to the cockpit. Plane secure there, Betty.
What about Olga?
Yes.
She's a big girl. She can handle herself.
She was 14. A child. Now she's a big girl.
I never called her a child. I specifically never called her a child.
All right. What is it? Daniel and Brock left?
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys do?
Well, I have an idea.
What is your idea?
These Nazis are probably going to die, whether Brock's there or not.
I mean, does anybody care?
Their plane plummeting to the ground. What do votes do? Since we voted last week.
We'll give them enhancements.
Enhancements, okay. All right. If Brock does not supersede this action,
a bold statement.
So Daniel will swoop in with his jetpack, and it's that slow motion movie moment where he locks eyes with Brock and says, "Need a hand?" And he puts out his hand to grab it, and then I will spend inspiration.
Oh.
To activate air burst. And pretty much shotgun us up to 1,000 meters away.
Oh my good God.
So it's that moment where like both your faces are just being pulled back from the forest, and like Brock's barely that you're just rocketing away from that. The plane's going down, and then you do look behind you, and there is somebody trying to follow you, but you guys just blasted away so fast that it's just not going to work. Brock, you're being rocketed away.
You blasted us like up, right? Kind of like away from the nosedive.
Yeah.
So I assume we reached the 1,000 meters.
Yeah, it's
and then it shuts off.
Up to long range. So anywhere up to 1,000 meters is like the peak that I could go.
I just want us to be like hit the apex and just kind of now we're. Oh.
I don't know if these packs can hold two people.
Like Die Hard 2.
Right with the. Daniel, I do not believe our situation has improved. So we start to fall again. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna kind of hold on to Daniel and see what happens at this point.
So you're doing nothing this round?
I'll do nothing, and I'll be like, I did tell Betty to catch me.
Okay.
Hopefully I can.
Oh, I'll probably say, here's my gun. He just hands him his gun. Now we have a Daniel rocket with a Brock turret.
Oh
Nice.
shit.
Little known fact, Brock can't shoot.
Okay, so back to the top. Who wants to go first?
So we still have one Nazi who's half in the plane, right?
Yeah, he's got his arm. He's trying to pull that. He's trying to rip that briefcase out of Olga's hands.
Well, doing my best Brian Blessed as I unlatch myself from this thing I've been tied up in, I would like to lurch forward toward this Nazi that's half in the plane, just with a shoulder check as I shout to our pilot friend, "Dive!"
Okay. Give me athletics and whatever attribute.
Stamina, since I'm just literally using my toughness. I want to fill that window.
Nice.
And if it squishes a Nazi, so be it. You said athletics, right?
Yes, please.
All right. Wow, that's not a single success.
Wow.
Can I blow? Is it momentum for reroll?
Inspiration, I think.
I didn't see a mechanic for a reroll, but I could be wrong.
Or is it momentum for bonus dice, maybe? Can I pull some momentum out the pool for like 2 extra dice?
I think you guys don't. Is there momentum already in the pool?
You'd
We
start
haven't-
with 1
we
equal
haven't-
to the number of.
We haven't been remembering to track the momentum, but we have gotten a lot of successes we couldn't do extra stunts with, so we'd have a pretty healthy amount.
Right.
Plus you start with the number of players that there are in the game.
Oh, so
Right.
there's 6? All right. So, yeah, there's 6 in the pool if you want to use them.
Anybody care if I pull 3?
Go ahead, for me.
Sure.
That was a horrendous roll, not a single success in it. That's
you
2.
also have a
2.
cast vote from last week, Travis?
Oh, yeah, but I would
Or
need a. I would
an
need a.
audience vote. I mean,
Right. I would need a success for that to work, though, right? So
Right.
I'll use that enhancement, so I got 3.
Okay. You check this guy, and like you just scrunch his arms up against the small porthole that is the window, smallish, and like he's just like his arms are just smashed, and you got him pinned, and you pull back, and he can't really hold on to anything, so he just like his arms just slide out the window, but you realize that he actually had a very good grip on the briefcase at the time, so it now goes sliding through the plane.
Oh no.
Would I be able to spend an inspiration to make to put one of the propellers directly in his path?
Oh god.
Yikes.
Yes.
Excellent. I will do that.
I'm glad you did that after I went outside.
This guy, in Betty at the time just sort of has the plane at a certain angle, and he can't hold on. His arms are kind of in pain, and then he goes sliding, bounce across his the wing, and then just ends up getting chummed by the propeller, and there's a fine red mist across the air. Cool.
Look, Brock. It's air trails.
It is.
Follow the air
It's
trails.
it's a signal. Follow the
Follow the signal.
Betty is going to do as Henry suggested and dive.
Okay.
Using-
Before you do that, would I be
Yes.
able to slip my turn in and give you an enhancement with my calculation skill?
Sure.
Oh, and catch the briefcase.
Aha! Yes, so that'll give you what it said in the Discord, which was
Plus 2 enhancements, right?
Plus
Yeah.
2 enhance.
I
So-
spend a point and do the thing. And
Cool.
you have
Betty, I imagine you won't. Just don't roll a botch.
Okay, I'll try not to. Oh, that is a delightful number of tens.
Oh,
Cool.
Oh no.
That is
So-
3 tens.
You're able to lean the plane forward. That briefcase now goes sliding back to you, and then you actually don't even look. You catch it without even looking, and just put it in your lap as you're flying the plane with no windshield. Yeah. Nice. Everybody else, what's everybody else doing?
is there anybody left? Is there any
Yeah.
more opposition left inside the plane?
There is a Nazi plane that can't get over the fact that there are gremlins on their plane, and then there is a rocket pack dudes trying to chase you guys down. Yeah, meaning Daniel and Brock, who are there in the sky.
Seeing that he is being chased, he'll turn his head up, as Rocket, and he'll turn his head up to Brock, like, maneuver as if the squirrel would. Take him down.
I'm unfamiliar with that fighting style. But I think if you push me off at the correct moment, I can hit him in air. That sounds pretty good.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, excellent. Push!
Is it 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3 go?
So like that momentary like 1, 2, 3, and it'll hit the throttle so that he just goes back.
And going off of how Daniel projects me, I will once again leap with no ability to fly at a person in the sky.
Yes, please do. Oh wow. Okay.
What would you like me to roll?
Man, that's a good one. Let's do aim. Since
No.
you're trying to aim through the sky.
No.
Or you could try to do, let's say, athletics as you try to contort your body in a certain way.
Okay. So.
Rock steel in the sky, and fly twice as high.
What's funny is I legitimately don't think being in that airplane crash or falling would actually hurt me that much.
Actually, if according to these game mechanics, if you fall more than 6 meters, you die.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I take reduced damage from like alternate damage types, which is I thought included falling, but I could have missed.
Is one of those terminal velocity as the alternate type?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Athletics. My PDF reader is like freaking out tonight. I can't see any of this. Oh gosh.
Ooh. Tony wants to boost the Nazi.
No.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah,
Tony.
but you're forever the guy that boosted a Nazi, so just you got that weighted on you.
Right, if you want to live with that. I mean,
Yeah.
Gosh. And then Dex with that. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to think. No, it's fine. It's 1 success.
1 success.
I think I still had, because he gave me all, so it's 3 that Tony could have given, or Don could have given me earlier. So I'll use the 2 that I have remaining from him to make that 3 successes, or 3 total. Yeah, and that was not a good roll. That was a 1.
So, he, so you go down and you're doing like that fly, and you're just sort of like Supermaning, punching straight down on him. He actually catches your arm, sort of spins you around, and then sends you flying further down into the ground even faster, if that's possible.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he just arcs back and then is going back towards the plane as you're free falling through the air.
Help!
Anybody else who's left? Is that everybody this round? I think that was everybody this round, right?
it's
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so back to the top. Oh, no.
I would
Okay.
very much like to catch Brock.
You hear a call in the distance out in the sky because there's a door open, there's a window blasted out, there's no windshield, so you hear the faintest and you kind of like lean out the side of the windshield and just kind of like look back, and you do see Brock just falling below you.
We're gonna go save him.
All right, give me a pilot and what ability?
Probably composure to not freak out and just be like, okay, gonna save him, gonna save him.
Got it.
Not my best work. 2 successes.
Don't tell
2
him
successes.
that.
Good enough. You do that. You send the plane down and you flip it over, and you're doing like a reverse roll, and then you flip it in on its apex, and then you turn it on its side so that the door is aiming up, and you catch Brock, and Brock just goes flying through and slams into the other side. It is now inside the plane.
Good of you to join us.
Welcome back.
I'm back in the plane.
You're back in the plane,
Okay.
yes.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, didn't think you'd make it back.
Not going to lie, Dino, I never questioned it for a second. Betty is top notch.
Bill, next time take a parachute.
A what?
It's a parachute. Fall slower.
Okay. Brock's back inside. You can hear gunshots as the one
damn it.
left remaining rocket guy actually shoots into one of the propeller engines on the wing, and that starts smoking and sputtering.
Oh, he shoots at the plane? It doesn't shoot at me? What a fool.
No, shoots at the plane. Daniel, you're still out there. Would you like to try to do something to him?
Well, I mean, Brock didn't take my gun, so I still have it. So I'm gonna.
Correct.
I'll
Brock
do my
can't
own.
shoot.
I'll do my own flying
Okay.
pea shooter turret.
Okay.
And I do have some boats, so. Well, let's roll it first. See what we got. Aim, and normally I would go with Dex, but since we're flying, this is probably going to be more visual than dexterity. So I'll roll cunning.
Okay.
And that went way off the table. I only got 3 successes.
Only got 3 successes. Oh my. You were trying to shoot him?
Yes, but I'm
Okay.
going to use one of my votes to make that 4 successes.
Okay. You managed to you real cunning aim. You shoot the gun out of the guy's hands. And his hand's just kind of a bloody smear. So yeah, he's just flying there. What's everybody else doing?
I'm checking on Olga. Are you all
Olga's a
right?
Oh, that was terrible. Where's the briefcase? Where's my grandfather's brief? Oh, she has. Okay. Oh, wow. This is. And it's
here,
all
have a bag, dear.
just barfs her brains out.
Holding up, Cecil, as I'm like holding the barf bag to.
Yeah, Cecil is gripping his current journal and holding on white knuckled to the arm of the chair. And
It's the
he's
only
just
remaining chair.
still- and
Dino
he's
has-
trembling.
Yeah, you're doing okay. Just
Look
don't
over.
move. Look out the window. Keep that horizon. Find that horizon. You're fine. Dino, what you do?
I mean, we took care of all the Nazis, right?
You don't. You were getting shot at, but you're not getting shot at anymore. You're not sure why.
All right, I'm gonna take that. I could do a quick head count, see that we're still missing one. Like, that's probably the one that jumped out as well. And apparently, everyone here can fly, so he's fine. So, yeah, I'm just gonna. We don't have any seats left, so.
Cecil's in the only unoccupied seat, or the only seat remaining.
Yeah, because we threw them all out of the plane.
There's a co-pilot seat.
I was just about to say. So I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna make my way up to the co-pilot seat, just kind of like slump into it, casually reload my handgun, put it away, and just be like, "So, is this like a daily occurrence with you and your flights?"
So, Betty is super focused on keeping the plane steady and on course with one of the propellers missing. And so she will glance over and say, "Do you know how to fly a plane?" "Cecil, give the lady your seat!"
I can't move.
I'd like to think I'm a quick learner. Tell me press button, I can press button.
A quick learner.
Betty just sort of launches into a whole lot of airplane jargon.
You get this
I
look.
would role play if I knew, but I'm not a pilot, so I don't. But the general gist is they took out one of the propellers. We can still make it on this other one, but goddamn, it's gonna be hard.
Daniel, you see the one, the one rocket Nazi. He just kind of peels off and darts back towards the Zeppelin, which is way in the distance at this point. And we'll say that you actually rocket under the one wing without the propeller, and you're able to help stabilize it. And yeah. So
does Daniel fly the whole way to Las Vegas on the rocket pack, holding the wing steady?
Yeah, because that sounds awesome.
Okay.
It's an hour-long flight.
And adventurous.
Yeah, it's not that far, and if we crash, it's all desert anyway. We'll be fine.
It's true. We'll be
Right.
okay.
You
There's a possibility we'll crash.
Just walk up to Cecil, hand on my shoulder. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have the interstates yet.
No.
No,
What?
1 mile out of 1 mile out of every 10 on the interstate has to be perfectly straight in case an airplane needs to make a crash landing.
Yes.
did not know that.
Yeah, but if it's 1934, then we don't have that.
You've got dirt and mountains.
I mean, the deserts.
God damn it, Roosevelt, get on that!
Yeah, lots of dirt. I have.
There's sort of a calm after the storm. Anybody doing anything particular as you're writing out this flight to Las Vegas?
I mean, how long does it take us to get there? I mean, I don't know
about an hour.
The maximum airspeed of a biplane or a small transport plane.
I mean, we'll
Carrying
say
a coconut.
Yeah, carrying
coconut.
Which is about all this plane can carry at this point.
From LA to Vegas is 60-90 minutes.
It's
if you don't take a Nazi fighting break.
right.
So
yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. So there were multiple planes flown by these Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
These Nazis now have individual manned flight devices. I'm going to call them one-man planes.
That's an awful name.
So these Nazis are flying.
I really hope that never catches on.
So, these Nazis are flying one-man planes. They're also flying overall fighter planes. But there was a rigid airship as well. What happened to the rigid airship?
It's off in the distance.
We've outpaced it.
We've
I believe
outpaced
we
it.
left
Is
it in
able-
the dust.
But with its
Did
looking-
anyone see a fireball?
No.
with-
It's still flying then.
would they be able to? Betty, I know you are very focused, but I have a flight aeronautical question.
Aeronautical, and it's fine.
I'm about to say,
Daniel's
is this guy
helping.
for serious?
Every once in a while, a good idea falls out.
Is it? would they be able to predict, based on our angle of flight, where we might be going, and or use any sort of looking devices to watch us from a distance?
I mean, telescopes, yeah, they probably have a telescope on that airship.
Nobody would guess Las Vegas. There's nothing there. All right, so are we over the desert at this point?
Yeah, you guys are over the desert at this point.
Can I hop up into the flight compartment and say, just go low until we kick up some dirt? And then can you get it between those two mountains over there?
Let's find out.
Excellent. I would like to use my skill trick to lose them.
Okay.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Betty will start flying crop duster low.
The last thing you see is Betty crop duster low, and then just darting through mountains in a way that no one should be darting through mountains, but Betty's real good at this. And you manage to pull, and you see over the in the distance is the small nothing, few buildings that is Las Vegas, and you see like a plowed out strip with like a little flag and things that you're like, okay, I guess that's an airstrip. And you roll up, you land, and there's like a nice like car sitting on side, and Rexington's actually standing outside just waiting. And you roll up in this battered, busted up plane. And yeah, what do you guys do?
Rexington's there?
Yeah. He told you to meet him in Las Vegas.
The younger, right?
Yeah, the younger. The older is called Tex instead of Rex. He's Thaddeus.
I guess Daniel will dislodge himself from the undercarriage of the blown out engine, because I'm sure that he was less helping the plane fly in those last 50 miles as he was
Doing great, buddy!
as he was clinging for life as we're going through these mountains.
Walk up and like wipe flies off of his forehead. Good show.
Betty will exit the plane, take a couple steps, and then just do a little victory dance. Because every landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
Rexington actually comes up and walks up to you and is like, any landing you can walk away from, right?
Yep.
By the way, my plane's condition is interesting. Run into...
Alright, so no shit, here's what happened.
Ha! He said his plane. I knew you didn't know that plane.
Oh, Dino, I see you made it.
So Betty will just launch into like, here's all the bullshit we had to deal with midair.
He's like, wow, where's my briefcase?
Olga, would you like the nice man to have your briefcase, or would you like to hold on to it for now?
Oh, where's the professor? Is he not with you?
He was tossed overboard by Nazis.
What?
Yes, apparently he was lost at sea.
Lost at sea. I was afraid about this.
Yes.
But don't worry, we paid the Fuhrer back threefold.
Oh, thank you. Fuck that guy, am I right?
As you guys
Excellent.
are talking, Cecil just kind of slinks off the plane, holding on to the walls of it, trying to find purchase on the ground.
Cecil, you didn't vomit once. I'm quite impressed.
No, too dry.
I believe we need to talk about the language of this adventuring party soon. It's most unbecoming.
Anyway,
Sorry, what the fuck are you saying?
I like your style, you know? Anyway, well, the Nazis knew that you were coming. They knew that he was coming. I suspect things. Very well. I have lodgings arranged for you, and I have a plan, but that'll take some time. Anyway, car's over here. We'll be safe. back at the lodgings. Good job, everyone. Oh, I believe I owe each of you another $100. Is that it? And he just hands each one of you $100.
My gosh.
Now I have two $100 bills.
Dino goes on the plane, makes sure no one can seize him, and puts his $100 bill with his other $100 bill secretly on his person.
Nice. I
look at the town.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the desert.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly is it we're supposed to do here?
Speculation. Also,
I'm not a miner.
I don't.
It's good, honest, hard work, and it should be commended, but not for me.
Well, I have a plan to draw out what I think is to be saboteurs and spies. Anyway, we will throw a party. That's what we'll do in this strange, godforsaken town.
Would ever want to throw a party here?
No one will ever come to this town to party.
This guy's evil.
It's too hot.
You guys are just attacked by unknown assailants posing as Nazis, eh? Let's have a party. It's obviously a villain.
I question this plan.
Listen, on the bright side, we'll see people coming from miles in any direction. There's nothing in the way.
There's no lights, no roads, no tall buildings.
It'll be fine. Excellent. So you guys roll off in the distance in some pretty fancy cars to what is the wooden vacant nothingness that is the town of Las Vegas. And that's where we'll leave it until next awesome time.
Wait.
What's that? What?
Does Rex have, access to scientific people?
Possibly. Why?
Take a look at this jetpack.
Oh yeah, the jetpack gets taken up by one of his men and put in the trunk of the car, and that'll definitely get analyzed. Excellent. So, viewers, thank you for experiencing our Trinity adventure story, The Purest Evil. With us next Tuesday, we'll return with our final session of Steve.
Trinity Continuum Adventure.
Thank you. If you enjoyed this show, we are Vorpal Tales, and we play awesome adventures and terrifying tales live on Twitch every day of the week. You can find us at twitch.tv/VorpalTales, and you can learn all about us and how to connect with us, including social media and Discord, on our website, VorpalTales.com. Links will appear in the chat. Inspired, let our viewers know who you are one more time and the next place where people can find you online.
Oh, yeah, I'm first. Yes, again, I am Dwayne at Made of Kimchi on most of the internets. The next time that you will see myself will be running Strange Aeons, Pathfinder 2E on our channel on Thursday.
Nice.
Woohoo, which I will be in. Hey everybody, I have been Cecil, but I am now Ever. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever. You can also find me on Etsy as Neat & Co Designs. And then you can watch me tomorrow because it's Bugs Day. I mean Wednesday.
This is true. Nice.
Hello everybody, I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade in several places. Tonight I played Brock Steele doing Brock stuff. Next time you can find me will also be tomorrow for Bugs Day. But I want to special shout out also this Friday. We'll be doing another Onyx Path Jumpstart. They came from beyond the grave, and the title of that Jumpstart is escaping me. But tune in Friday for that.
Hello everyone, my name is Rachel. I am Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. I will be back here on Thursday running Changeling the Dreaming, set in a World War II setting, speaking of punching Nazis. Also, speaking of punching Nazis, one of the games that I worked a lot on, more of the Cinematic Universal RPG, is going to hit Kickstarter in a couple weeks. So I'm going to get real annoying about that. There is this genre that I wrote. It's called Punching Nazis. Guess what it's about? And then on Saturday, I will also be back here playing the Cavaliers of Mars Jumpstart. I've never played that game. I'm really looking forward to testing it out. And then Sunday, White Walls over at Vorpal Tales.
I am Patrick, everyone on the internet as Patty Shakes _ and I have been playing Dean Blandanowitz, the Daredevil investigator. And the next time you'll see me will be Friday, where I'll be part of the jumpstart for They Came From Beyond the Grave. I'm very excited for that, as I have not been able to play They Came From yet, so I'm excited to get my feet with that one.
Oh no!
Yeah. You better make it good, Steve.
Oh jeez.
Other than that, you'll see me here again next week for Trinity Adventure.
That was good.
That was good. And I'm Travis Legg. I'm at Travis Legg pretty much everywhere on the internet except for Twitch, where I am Plastic Age Plays. I will next be seen here Saturday for Cavaliers of Mars at 2 p.m. Eastern, playing alongside Rachel. And but though I will probably be hanging out in the chat during our science fiction double feature on Friday, as we've got They Came From Beneath the Sea at 2 p.m. and They Came From Beyond the Grave at, what do you guys plan at 8?
8, yeah.
Yeah. I also do the programming coordination for the Twitch, so please check out the schedule. There's a ton of cool stuff going on the Onyx Path channel. I would remind you to pick up Trinity Continuum Adventure on Kickstarter. And also, because I'm the Scarred Lands line developer, I want to remind everyone that Yugman's Guide to Gelspad is now out in print on demand. I just got my copy. It's super pretty. You should go buy that too. Just saying.
Dope. All right, cool. Votes, everyone. Vote for your favorite player. Tell us why. Also, chat. You can throw out some votes till the end of the reel. Ever, you're at the top of my screen. You first. Who do you vote?
But
I don't care. I'm game master. I break rules.
Your expectations have been subverted.
Right. Vote.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it to Patty for 1, joining us, and 2, because your character just is really, really dislikable.
Thank you. Thank
you. Travis, who do you vote for?
Go fuck yourself.
I also wanted to give mine to Patty for just being a beautiful mess. Thank you for coming in and shattering what was probably going to be a fairly well-oiled combat.
I've done my job then. Thank you.
Excellent. Steve, who do you vote for?
Oh, good gosh. Everyone was amazing this session. I'm going to give mine to Betty/Rachel for the amazing piloting skills, the claw game with Nazis out of the window, and catching me in free fall. So thank you very much for all of those things.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Rachel, who do you vote for?
I kind of want to give it back to Steve because, like, not once but twice, you launched yourself into midair, just sort of hoping that you would land, and that was really cool.
Thank you.
Like a falcon going after some moist hair.
Patty.
I'm gonna give mine to Travis for all the amazing Indiana Jones one-liners, as well as kicking it off with the chair out of plane strategy, which is always a good way to go.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And finally, Dwayne.
I am also going to vote for Travis. Again, for the one-liners I loved. And if it were not for him, I might not have been able to save Brock.
This
is true. Excellent. Awesome being excellent to each other players. We'd like to thank you once and all again for sharing this story with us. And for the love of the dice, game on. We'll see you next time.